The athlete begins this drill in the same position as regular straddle hops. On each hop, the body should turn towards the ladder and the opposite foot should land in the ladder. This is an excellent drill for balance and coordination. The backwards crazy climber is a more difficult version of the regular crazy climber shown in drill number 27. Here the athlete must have a keen sense of body positioning and control. Split hops allow the coach or athlete to isolate a single leg in an explosive motion. The back leg is used primarily for balance, while the front leg absorbs most of the shock from the landing and applies 90% of the force needed to separate the athlete from the ground. Proper coordination of the upper body is again key. The crossover Ickey shuffle follows the same rhythm as all the other Ickey shuffle variations. Here the athlete leads into each hole with what would normally be the trail foot in the regular Ickey shuffle. The result is a constant crossing of the feet and rotation of the hips. The next 6 drills involve what is called a whip motion with one of the legs. On this drill, the athlete moves in a linear path and keeps his lead leg inside the ladder and hits every hole. The trail leg stays outside the ladder and alternately whips from side to side. On the linear lead whip, the athlete hits every hole inside the ladder with his trail leg, and his lead leg performs the whip motion out front. Drill number 36 is the lateral trail whip. Here the athlete moves laterally through the ladder, and the lead leg stays inside and hits every hole. The trail leg performs the whip motion. Just the opposite of the last drill, the feet switch roles and the trail leg performs the whip motion. Remember, when doing drills that require lateral motion, you must complete equal repetitions, moving both to your right and to your left. For added difficulty, the athlete now moves backwards through the ladder, and the lead leg goes through the whipping motion. In the final whip drill, the athlete again moves backwards through the ladder, but performs the whip with the trail leg. This final version of the Ickey Shuffle requires that the athlete be a master at drill number 22 that requires a 180-degree turn in the middle. To perform the 360-degree Ickey Shuffle, the athlete simply repeats continuously the turning motion used to perform the 180. The following 10 drills are variations that can be used to make the preceding drills more difficult. On runouts, the athlete performs any drill through the full length of the ladder and then accelerates out of the ladder for about 10 yards. The idea is for the athlete to maintain into the sprint all of the foot speed that is being generated at the end of the ladder. Hybrids simply involve the athlete picking 2 drills and switching from one to the other at the halfway mark. This is great for forcing the athlete to quickly change gears and smoothly perform a separate pattern. For even more difficulty, a coach could verbally tell the athlete which drill to switch to at the halfway mark. Here the athlete moving backwards initiates the drill. The goal is for the athlete moving forward to catch his opponent by getting his feet into the same hole as his opponent's feet. This is an excellent drill for simulating one-on-one situations, such as receivers versus defensive backs in football. On balance drills, a coach moves with the athlete and gives him shoves in an attempt to disrupt his footwork. This gives the athlete the feel of trying to perform in a crowd of people. Balance drills simulate what a soccer player might experience when trying to dribble the ball down the middle of the field while being bumped by defenders. Here the athlete picks a drill and changes directions each time the coach gives an audible command, such as a clap or a change call. It is important that the athlete react to and not anticipate the command. Performed the same basic way as audible commands, the coach now tells the athlete to change directions by tapping him on the shoulder. By using a rolled-up beach towel or a belt and flexible rubber as shown here, an athlete can be resisted in almost every drill demonstrated on this video. It is strongly recommended that the athlete master the drill without resistance before this is attempted. By using a belt and flexible rubber tubing, a coach or partner can pull the athlete through the drill. This pull forces the athlete to move his feet faster to keep from falling over. The key here is for the athlete to maintain perfect motion for that particular drill and not miss any squares. By incorporating a ball from the athlete's particular sport, any ladder drill can be made sport-specific. The athlete can pick any drill and then on command must perform some sort of task with the ball. This task can be anything from catching a football to heading a soccer ball to using a racket to hit a tennis ball. The possibilities on this drill are limited only by the creativity of the athlete and the coach. By folding the ladder into any combination of patterns, the coach can create somewhat of a brain teaser for the athlete. The goal is for the athlete to maintain the footwork of the drill when confronted by corners and turns. The athlete must constantly and quickly adapt to changes in the shape of the ladder. Even if the athlete is forced to briefly improvise, he should be encouraged to keep moving and constantly adapting. A couple of final tips to keep in mind when using the Kwik-Foot ladder. First, remember to be patient. We've seen more than a few high-caliber athletes scoff at the simplicity of the ladder and then become supremely frustrated when they weren't all-world the first time they stepped on it. Like anything new, it will take time and practice to get good. Second, be creative. Just because there are 50 drills on this video doesn't mean that they are the only 50 that exist. Don't hesitate to create your own new drills. And please, if you come up with a good new drill, give us a call and tell us about it. We're always looking for new stuff to try out. I hope this video will help take your Kwik-Foot ladder training to a new level and that you experience the same success with it that we have here at Multisport International.